So what hero is the best? That is a question I get all the time, and I figured now's the time to tell you. But actually, I'm not really going to tell you because that's a very difficult question to actually answer. Fortnite did a great job balancing their characters or play styles, part where it's like no one hero is really like ultimately the best. I think there are definitely times when certain characters reign over others, but for the most part, heroes, you can kind of play and win with almost any hero. That being said, some make it a little bit easier to win, some are a little bit harder to win, some are a little bit more fun, some are a little less fun. Man, it is all up to you. So, like I said, it's a tough question to answer, but one thing I can answer are what are some of my favorite heroes to play in each class. So I figured let's get into that. I'm going to list off 2 heroes within each of the 4 different classes that I like the best. And we're going to start off with good old consistent soldiers. Now, as you probably know, soldiers are kind of the run-of-the-mill soldier class. I don't know what other way to describe it. They shoot some weapons, they do some damage, they can throw some grenades, and that's pretty much what they rock, and they're very good at it in this game. Now, out of the soldiers, there are 2 soldiers that really rise above all the others, being the Master Grenadier and the Urban Assault Headhunter. Now, I have done a video talking and comparing the 2 of them. They are very different heroes though. Starting with the Master Grenadier, she is a solid hero for crowd control and also very ability focused. Now, I really love my ability focused heroes, which is why I would say she is my favorite soldier. I think she is awesome. She is great at throwing grenades, getting that AoE damage. She is a powerhouse. And you know, the support squad bonus on Master Grenadier doesn't hurt either. The increased assault weapon damage by 24%. Kind of a solid perk if you ask me. I'm just saying. I kind of use it a lot. I love it. I love that perk. But she is probably my all-time favorite hero, my all-time favorite soldier for sure. That being said, the other soldier that everybody talks about, that everybody loves, is the Urban Assault Headhunter. Again, I'm not going to spend too long talking about him because I have a separate video on that. You can go watch that. But she is typically considered the highest DPS character in Fortnite right now. She has some beefy abilities that allow her to stack on vulnerability on the husk, to do a whole bunch of damage, and to shoot out a lot of bullets really quickly. So you'll run out of ammo, but you'll kill a lot of husks while you do it, and that is what's important, right? You just I hope you're down to craft bullets, because that's what you're gonna be doing. Anyways though, Urban Assault Headhunter, another fantastic soldier. And so those are my top 2 for soldiers. Moving on to Outlanders. Outlanders was tough, man. There is so much variety. Well, they are all typically farmers. There are some that are much more farming focused, and others are, you know, pistol focused, sniper focused, ability focused, Teddy focused, just freaking fun focused. They pound the ground. I don't even know. There is so much in the Outlanders. So it was tough choosing a top 2 for me. Now, the one Outlander that I would put at number 1 currently, because Outlanders are meant to be a farming focused class, I decided to put my number 1 character as Striker AC. Now, the reason I chose Striker AC is because he has that anti-material charge, which you can just use over and over again for a very long distance, and you can get a lot of resources very quickly. So when it comes to farming, which is typically what Outlanders do, he is the best at that, and that is why I gave him the number 1 spot in my favorite. That being said, when I'm trying to just do damage, I like to go with Deadeye. He is probably my other favorite Outlander. He is very pistol based, and he is just all around fun. I absolutely love using pistols. I don't think there are enough heroes in the game that really take advantage of them, because really everybody's using ARs for the most part. So anything that makes pistols more a mainstream weapon to use, I am all for it. Deadeye Ranger Deadeye does that, and I love it. So that is why I put him at number 2. Now, again, this was kind of hard because I feel like I also could have put Gunblazer, I could have put Pathfinder, I could have put the Enforcer all down on this list as well. These were just the ones that I decided to choose because they are some of the ones that I find myself using most often. But those are my two for the Outlanders. So let's move on to the Constructors now. The Constructors were also a really tough one to pick because there are 4, kind of 5 even Constructors that I find myself really enjoying, and I find they each excel in different scenarios. But the Constructor I find myself using most often that I've really been enjoying is Heavy Base Kyle. And so he's the one that I gave the #1 spot to. A lot of people may disagree with me. They may say, hey, you know what? I like Power Base more. I like Mechanist more. I like freaking just regular Base Kyle. I don't know. Everybody really has kind of their own preferences when it comes to Constructors. However, I absolutely love Heavy Base. I find him to be one of the most offensive Constructors because he has those overclock traps, he has the electrified floors, he has that shockwave. All of these allow him to be a more offensive Constructor, and frankly, I find being a little bit more offensive is a bit more fun to me. I love building trap tunnels and stuff like that, but when it comes to the actual mission, I don't really like just sitting around during that whole mission and hoping they all die to my traps. It is fun in Storm Shield defenses, but in just regular missions, I would rather play a slightly more active role. And that being said, that also brings me to my second favorite Constructor in the game, which would be Mega Base Kyle. Now, I did a whole video on him, how much I love him. I think he is a absolutely phenomenal Constructor and a must-have. That being said, I still like Heavy Base a little bit more. You know, but Mega Base Kyle, he is fantastic. He still has some abilities that are very offensive focused, but he also has abilities that allow him to be slightly more defensive focused. So, really enjoy Mega Base Kyle as well. He is a fantastic Constructor, and so that is why I decided to put him at #2. Now, that brings us to our final class, the Ninjas. Now, this class, as you know, is melee focused. And this means they can be kind of difficult to play at times. They can be a little bit more skill focused. And when I say skill focused, I mean your skills, not like the ninja ability skills. That being said, my absolute favorite ninja is Shuriken Master Sarah. I also did a whole video on her as well. 1, because she's my favorite. 2, because she has the best bonus, I think, in the entire game, boosting ability damage 20%. But then also, I absolutely love Shuriken Master Sarah because she is one of the few ninjas, maybe even the only, I can't think of any others off the top of my head, that has like no buffs to swords, meaning you can use your weapons with her just as much as you would any other hero, and when you want, you can dash in with a Dragon Slash, you can use your shurikens, you can use your smoke screen. Fantastic hero. That is why I gave her #1, because she is so much fun to play and doesn't require kind of as much skill as some of the other ninjas. That being said, #2 was difficult to choose. Now, a while ago, I made a video talking about how much I disliked Swordmaster Ken. He has grown on me a little bit. That being said, I still don't think he was quite there enough to really make me put him in this spot for #2 as my favorite ninja. Instead, that is going to go to Dragon Scorch. Now, Dragon Scorch is a lot of fun to play. He is a sword-based ninja, meaning you will be using your sword, but more so, you will be using Dragon Slash, hence Dragon Scorch is in his name. Means that his Dragon Slash already a very powerful attack on a ninja, but on Dragon Scorch, it is just made so much more OP. It is freaking ridiculous. It is amazing. It's just like the husks are there, you Dragon Slash, husks aren't there anymore, you win, game over, get those rewards, and then I don't know what you do with your rewards, but you got some. So that's cool. Use them, do what you want with them, show them to your friends. I don't care, you won because you were playing Dragon Scorch. So overall, he is a great ninja, not quite as good as Shuriken Master Sarah, in my opinion, or not as much of a favorite, in my opinion. I gotta say favorite, it saves me because people are gonna argue all the time over who is best, but that's why he's not quite my favorite like Shuriken Master Sarah is. But he is great. And that actually concludes my top 2 ninjas, which concludes my top 2 heroes for all 4 of the Fortnite Save the World classes. So I hope that was somewhat informative. I'm sorry if I was like talking so quickly. I was trying to get through as much information as I could in a reasonable time period. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you guys are rocking any of these heroes. Let me know what your favorite heroes are, because I would love to know which one you guys are playing. But that's it for now, you guys. I'm Iolaus, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.